the floor to the distinguished representative of Japan.
Mr. President, Mr. Secretary General, Excellencies. Let me start by expressing our regret at the report of growing numbers of casualties and loss of innocent lives as a result of the crisis in Ukraine. Our hearts and prayers go out to the families of those who have lost their life during the escalating conflict and the hundreds of thousands of others who have been misplaced and suffer in its wake. 76 years ago, the UN was formed so that the Big War, or what we name as the Second World War, will never repeat it. The UN was formed so that the world could be more peaceful, stable, and prosperous. Because war will never benefit anyone, and there is no meaning in victory in the midst of destruction. It is significant that owing to deadlock in the UN Security Council, this is the first time in 40 years that the provisions of the Uniting for Peace resolutions are being invoked. We closely observe with deep concern the rapidly conflict on the ground, so we join others in calling for the respect of Ukraine's sovereignty, independence, and territorial integrity within internationally recognized borders. Today, core principles of the UN Charter and rules-based international order are at stake, endangering international peace and security far beyond the borders of Ukraine and Europe. Mr. President, each and every one of us have an admission to the United Nations ascribed to the purpose and principles enshrined in the Charter. Japan made that solemn pledge over 65 years ago by 1956. Without further record, Japan adds its voice to the chorus in defense of the UN Charter, of the principle of sovereignty, independence, and territorial integrity of all countries. We strongly condemn Russia's recognition of the independence of the two pro-Moscow separatist regions, Donetsk and Lugansk in eastern Ukraine. This action violates the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine, as well as violates the international law, which is completely unacceptable. We hereby decide to continue to monitor this conflict and will act to impose sanctions on Russia. Japan will therefore support this resolution. And in doing so, Japan will support Ukraine's sovereignty, unity, and economy. For now, we will provide financial, humanitarian, and defense assistance such as bulletproof vests, as well as other necessities such as winter clothes and electricity generators. In closing, Mr. President, I strongly hope that Russia immediately withdraw its troops from Ukraine. In the meantime, we will give full support to Ukraine in order to maintain the security based on our mutually agreed principles. Thank you for your kind attention.
I thank the distinguished representative of Japan.